He wrote, Jim, without you, there wouldn't even been a bill to sign. So that was both overly generous, but very nice.
Longtime friend and advisor Jim Siegel shows us his signed copy of Dodd-Frank, the groundbreaking financial reform law, and Congressman Barney Frank's signature piece of legislation.
I think that will be his legacy, but I think also the fact that he was courageous in standing up for civil rights and gay rights.
Rights Frank championed throughout his career. Siegel served with Frank in the state legislature before going on to run his friend's first congressional campaign. The two seen here after Frank had learned he'd won. An old campaign sign reading, "Neatness isn't everything," a nod to Frank's authenticity.
Who you saw on television or in person, he was privately or publicly, he was always the same person.
The two would go on to work together in Washington.
He was very quick-witted. He had a great sense of humor. He was very smart, and he didn't pretend to be anything he wasn't.
Local lawmakers remembering Frank as a giant in politics.
They broke the mold when they made him, and he will go down in history as one of the legislative giants to have ever served in Congress.
Barney Frank was a friend. He was a mentor. He was an inspiration and a role model for me.
Barney used his brilliant wit to destroy Republican arguments and to advance the causes that he cared most about.
Siegel visited his friend often, most recently yesterday. He says Frank had gratitude for the life he'd lived.
He was very grateful for his life. He had made a lot of friends. He was enormously respected on both sides of the aisle.
And Frank is survived by his husband, his sisters, and his brother. We're live in Newton. Sharma Tsiketi, WCVB News Center.